Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyayet Sarva Vighna Upasantaye. Om Bhadram Kanne Bhisrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pasyema Akshabhirya Chatra Sthirairangaihi Tushtovagumsastanobi Vyasema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaha Swasti naha Pusha Vishvavedaha Swasti naha Tarchyo Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Agne Naya Supatharaye Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmajjuhuranameno Bhuyishtham Te Namavuktim Didhema. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Abrahman Brahmano Brahmavarchasi Jayatam Arashtre Rajanya Shuraishavyoti Vyadhi Maharatho Jayatam Dugdri Dhenu Odhanadvan Asusaptihi Purandhiryosha Jishnoradhishta Sabheyo Yuvasya Yajamanasya Viro Jayatam Nikame Nikamena Vajjanyo Varshatu Alavatyo Na Oshadhaya Pachyantam Yogakshemo Naha Kalpetam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vakpranaschakshushrotramatho Balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarotu Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu Dharma te mayi santu te mayi santu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Devi Prapannarti Hare Prasida Prasida Visveshwari Pahi Vishwam Tvamishwari Sarva Jagatam Dharitri Mataha Jagato Khilasya Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matrarupena Samsthita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. It's a great opportunity for us to note so many important features, the vigorous activity, the voluntary service that Amma does for the good of the people, and she has to has lot of responsibility with her, that Dushtadaityanam Maranam and Sista Sajjananam Rakshanam. So Rakshana and Bhakshana, these are the two features of the divine powers. So that Rakshana is the maintenance and sustenance. Bhakshana is to give them the annihilation. Because earth is not everybody's property. It is not a స్థిరాస్తి. భూలోకం ఎప్పుడు చరాస్తిగానే ఉంటుంది. We are just visitors. We just come, stay, vacate, get out. Again we come because it is not possible for anybody to complete the requirements of the bhakti, devotion, pleasing the Paramatma to the brim, to the expectation, and therefore, if we are lucky enough, he will give another opportunity. So, but during the life, people are anxious, greedy, wants to have so many desires, fulfillment, so all that. So whether it is a Rakshasa or a Manava or anybody, uh, we have the Indriyas, Manassu, Buddhi, Sankalpa, then Vijaya, Avijaya, and so Dukkha, Sukha, Shanti. Oh God, we are all blessed with so many feelings. But there is what is we call yoga. That yoga will give you gnanam, and with that yoga gnanam, we are able to achieve whatever goals that we have got about. So when we come to Ammavaru, Durga Parameswari, who is happened to be the very embodiment of the anger, the top anger of Shiva and Vishnu put together, and always anger, kopam, is being metaphorically referred as a fire. So they say it is a Kopa Agni. So Kopa Agni took a female form, and that female form was endowed with so many powers by all the gods, added with the power of the weapons that they respectively wield also. Therefore, a woman is empowered with any and every power that she becomes victorious with any kind of Rakshasa or Dustajana with which she has to fight in war. In war. Dushtadaityabhanjanayai lalitambikai namaha. So Dushtadura, Durachara Shamani, Doshavarjita Sarvagna. So Lalita. But here Ammavaru is said to be Durga, Durgartina Seni. Jaya Durga, she is Jayanti, Mangala, Kali, Bhadrakali, Kapalini, Swaha, Swadha. Oh God, she has so many kirtis in her. So we have come across how she urged in the form of Kalika Devi or Nidra Devi or Maha Kali Swarupam. So she just urged Narayana to get up from the sleep, Yoga Nidra, and look at that Madhukaitavas because they were trying to put out the Brahmadeva, the son of Brahma, the son of Vishnu, who has got the responsibility of uh, creation, but the Madhukaita Rakshasas wanted to even snatch away that. I'm sorry, yeah, Madhukaita Rakshasas, they wanted to snatch away even that portfolio and activity, and rather it is too much. They wanted to kill even Brahmadeva. That is, end the life of Brahma and take the position. This is all the politics. Though let us not think that the politics and the greed and adharmic and all these things should be there with negative people because they want to occupy the throne. See, even in the Christianity, you see that there is Saturn. That Saturn has been given all benefits, but he wanted to not next to God, he wanted to be God himself. So, keeping that as a concept or theme, Milton has written a beautiful poem, sonnet, Paradise Lost, Paradise Gained. Two epic-like poems he has written. Anyway, so we are now seeing that in the second Charitam, she became Durga Parameswari because Mahishasura was somebody who is very tough demon. Mahasura he is, and ordinarily nobody could win him because he has so many boons. Varas from that. Actually, those people who are Varan with us, they become proud. They want highest positions, grab them at any cost. So that is what it makes. So for example, Duryodhana is another fellow, and he has got greed for land. He has no desire to share also. So he was ready to wage war with his own cousin brothers. Why? As Bhattanarayana says, Prithvi nimittam abhavat purugandavanam yuddham samaram. Just for the sake of land, share, Pandavas and Kauravas entertained a very deep, special war. And in between them, in the daughters-in-laws also in Mahabharata, Kunti and Gandhari. Gandhari is comfortable. She is not having troubles because she's in the palace only all through. But Kunti, being a daughter-in-law, she has to go through so many changes and difficulties and journeys. And so she was very much particular that her sons must become happy. So that's why if one fellow is ready to for war, the other fellow cannot keep quiet. That is Kshatriya Dharma. So there was a war like that. So here also, in the second chapter, we see that, Madhyama Charitam, Mahishasura was so greedy that he wanted to kill Durga Parameswari, but only that kind of anger and Shatrutvam. So he got killed. On the other hand, Mahishasura, as we observe, he is a Mahabhakta, is a great devotee. So him being a great devotee, he cannot be easily turned out or terminated. So Amma has, after all, Mahishasura is a child for Durgamma. Therefore, she allowed the child to play as much as possible, as far as possible. And ultimately, she found that child is too much. So she wanted to curb. And that curbing has been done in second chapter. So when he said that pranan mumocha mahishaha kupitant kairjivjate nu kupitant takadarsane. When Yama becomes angry, when with his anger the face looks very masi varnam, and in the top anger, nobody would like to continue life at all. So he pranan mumocha, he gave out the pranas. In fact, it is said that the pranas must be sent away from us by ourselves, not that pranas go away. ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾಣಗಳು ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಸೂಯಿಸೈಡ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ, ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯ. ನೋ. ಸೊ ಆತ್ಮತ್ಯಾಗ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಅಪ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಣ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆತ್ಮತ್ಯಾಗ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಸ್, ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕೇಸ್ ದಿ gods are happy. So that's why Mahishasura, he had the power to keep the pranams under his control, Vasikaranam. So when once the pranam is in Vasikaranam, then you can always maintain. That's why people say that be careful, ಜೋಪಾನವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, don't walk slowly, walk with balance. So ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ you have to protect your life as far as possible, not give room for problems. But when time comes, ultimately the mind also will drive you to send away the life. So that's why that is what happened in second chapter, Madhyama Charitam, when all Mahasuras were done with. So when we are now in the Tritiya Charitam, Ashtama Adhyaya, where Ammavaru is described to be Bhavani. When it's a Bhavani, that is Bhava is Shiva. Bhava is existence. Bhava is truth. Bhava is this world. And Bhava is the coming and going. So that's why what is Shiva? Shiva is described to be Bhava. Bhavaya namaha, Bhavalingaya namaha. So when he said Bhava, Bha and Va to go, Bha to come. So Shiva, Ishvara is one who takes care of the exit, who takes care of entry also. And his consort is Bhavani. So Shankaracharya has remembered that of all the names that Amma Parvati has got, the Bhavani she loves very much because she has to be mundane, super mundane also. She has to give bhoga, apavarga, and moksha and all those things. Swarga apavargada. So Swarga bhoga. That's why the Dhyana Slokam of the Ashtamodhyaya is Bhavani Swarupam. I just read, we have already made a lot of progress in this. So I'll just read the Dhyana Slokam and we go with the 8th chapter of that. And after all, the Sumbani Sumbas have now come back to have come to the war ground to get exposed and to get on to win Durgamma and marry. That was the Kamakatvam in Sumbani Sumbas. Because Ratnahari tu Parthivaha. Kings will always possess whatever that is good. We have seen all that. For example, Kohinoor diamond. Britishers, when they were ruling, they have taken out, but now it has gone back, people say. Likewise, so many precious goods are things of India because India is not today's birth. It is Sanatani, Sanatanam. We don't know Bharat. Bharata is one who who is taken to be the son of Dushyanta and Shakuntala. So Bharata, that's why it's called Bharat, belonging to Bharata. So Maharaja Chakravarti. Otherwise also, so like that, the Bharat is a very ancient country, ancient land, and in all Bhubhag. That's why we have got also Bharatavarshe, Bharatakhande. We always say in Sankalpam, this address gods understand. Therefore, they say that Bharatavarshe, Bharatakhande, and Asmin Vartamane, and now the Vartamana comes in. So, he, so she is called Bhavani. And how is Bhavani? Very beautiful. ఆమె యుద్ధం చేసినా కూడా ఆమెకి ఎటువంటి ఫెటీగు టైర్సమ్నెస్ లేదు. షీ ఈజ్ ఎవర్ ఫ్రెష్, ఎవర్ గ్రీన్, అండ్ ఎవర్ ఎనర్జెటిక్, అండ్ ఎవర్ స్ట్రాంగ్. And she's always together. So you can imagine. Arunam karuna antarangitaakshim dhruta pasha ankusha pushpa ang bana chapam बाणचापहस्तां अणिमादिविरावृतां मयूखैः अहं नित्येव विभावये भवानी. So I am just consider, I think Bhavani is of this form with all these attributes. So afterwards, in the Rishi continues his narration to the Kshatriya Maharaja and also the Vaisya. Imagine here in Durga Saptasati, Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaisya. All these three people are there, and Ammavaru is connected to these three people and gives Sukham to the Sudras. Sudraha Sukham Avapnuyat. If if Brahmana, Vaisya, Kshatriyas are really disciplined and doing their own jobs respectively, then they are all pleasing the Paramatma, and in order that they will be also religious and spiritual, the Sudras, I mean service-minded people, they work hard and see that. So therefore, because of the three Varna people, Sudras are getting the Sukham Avapnayat. Anyway, so, and Amavaru is like that. And we have noted already that Chanda, Munda, the important chieftains of the Senadhipatis of this Rakshasas, Sambhas, they ultimately got killed. And then ఇంకా లాభం లేదని చెప్పేసి శుంభ మహానుభావుడు ఏం చేస్తాడు, తాను యుద్ధంలోకి వస్తాడు. మనం తెలుగులో మాట్లాడుతుంటే బాగుంటుంది కానీ బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి యూనివర్సల్. సో ద శుంభ comes onto the arena of action after having inspired or commissioned so many kinds of Rakshasas along with their large Sainyam, like that Koti Viryani, Panchashat Asuranam Kulani, Panchashat, 50 kulas, clans of the Asuras, and they are like Dhaumranam. So all these are 50 kulas, and when you can imagine the amount of army or people or Rakshasas to pounce upon poor lady Durgamma. It's a pity actually. But still, Durga, standing in the war with all courage, she is little different. Rani Samyukta or Kittur Chennamma. We have so many Veeravanitas who fought for freedom and who never surrendered to the Britishers or somebody. So that kind of heroism, boldness is there in a woman. That's why Stri Shakti is impossible to attack and win over. That's why people call a woman also alternately as Vanita. Vanita means not not easy to get her to our side, but it is very difficult. One, so that's why here then that Sumbhasura also comes, and when she found Sumbhasura coming with such a large army, then she was very much happy. And after war contains a lot of sounds, so there was a Mahadvani. That's called war sounds are there. So when war sounds are there, it is said Banadhvanau Anadhyaya. No other activity, no educational institution, no learning, nothing will be there. Anadhyaya, na adhyayana, no study. All study in all aspects will be suspended, and people are there. All youths are rushed to the war ground to fight to the benefit of the Maharaja who rules the land. So you observe, and if the moment the Shambhasura came with large army, and from the body of Amavaru, there came out the Devi Shaktayaha. So among Shaktis, we have got Saptamatrukas and also many other Shaktis. So we have just read those slokas 18, that is, yeah, from 14 to 18. We have noted down how this Ammavarlu has come out. For example, to begin with Brahmani, then Maheshwari, then then we have got the Shakti, then Kaumari, Vaishnavi. So all these matrikas have come out. Ultimately, now I think I have got to go with the sloka number 19 and further, because we are all actually there is one Trayi Nyasa section in Mysore, or H.S. Nagaraj is the Swamiji there, and he has got in upstairs all these deities, Narasimhi, Varahi, Vaishnavi, then Vinayaki, etc. So he is doing a lot of service and pay pujas and homas and wonderful job. So I have not seen other. So that's called Trainyasa. And it is a station for the Sri Vidya studies where Sri Vidya is Brahma Vidya. And though it is a ninth Vidya, but it is popular among Dasamaha Vidyas, Sri Vidyopasana is really powerful, Mokshadayani. So that's why those people who adopt to Sri Vidya, because I'm not, see, we are all not interested only in the story. Everybody knows the story in Durga Saptasati, Durgamma has killed these Rakshasas. But apart from that, we should also note that when we sit before the feet of Durga Parameswari, and especially trying to recapitulate, trying to assess the features, the traits, the rigorous activity, and etc. of Devi Durga or Ammavaru Parvati Devi, because you remember Parvati, she came for bathing, and Rakshasas all, I mean Devas, all of them, they go to the Himalayan mountain, and after bath and all that, Parvati asked, Kya hua? What happened? Then they said that we have this somebody Sumbas giving us maximum trouble. We want them to be put out. Then Parvati assured, don't worry, you go on to your own respective jobs. I will take care of them. So Parvati became Mahasaraswati Rupam. In third, Tritiya Charitam, what is the form manifestation of Devi? Adishakti Swarupini, that is Adyam Shaktim Chadhimahi. Sarva Chaitanya Rupam Tam Adyam Shaktim Chadhimahi ధియో యోన ప్రచోదయాత్. అమ్మవారు ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఆమె ఆదిశక్తి. ఆ అమ్మ ఆదిశక్తి స్వరూపిణి ఈజ్ ది కంట్రోలర్ ఆఫ్ ది మైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఏబిసిడి పీపుల్ ఇన్ ద వరల్డ్. సో ఆల్ దీస్ పీపుల్ are being guided or inspired or impelled for their respective goals. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಗೋಲು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಒಪ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಪತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಈ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಮಹಾ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ. ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಸೊ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಫ್ಲೋ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ವರ್ಕ್, ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ a worker will be supported, but not people sitting in the chair. So even a high class people also must work. ಕೈ ಕೆಸರಾದರೆ ಬಾಯಿ ಮೊಸರು ಅಂತ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಧಿಕಾರ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ people become irritated. For example, an officer coming to the desk of the officials and just to have social talk and encouragement, they become very happy with the boss. Similarly, a bank manager, for example, if you were to come to the respective counters or take the challan form of a customer and fill it up, he fills up and gives to. So ಈ ತರಹ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, he will get more accounts and people love that bank and manager. The same manner here also, Adishakti Swarupini, when she is out for work, then all other Shaktis have emanated from her, and all the Shaktis put together were fighting with Sumbha Rakshasas. On the other hand, you observe Sumbha Rakshasas are so great bhaktas, the all Devi Shakti has come in total to give darshan, to fight with them, because Sumbasura is their bhakta, is their child, but he has taken a different track. So Dushta Dura, Durachara Samani, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ದುಷ್ಟ ದೂರ ಅಂದರೆ she will try to keep away from the dushtas. Dushta and Sishta. Sishta ಅಂದರೆ disciplined and working for the good of the world. And Dushta is Dukkha. Their activity is giving only the unhappiness and worry and tension and all that to the people. You observe Bana Asura, Ravana Asura, and Mahisha Asura. So these are all the names of the Rakshasas which are significant because they are top ranking people. They are also human beings, in other words, but top ranking in respect of giving troubles. Himsa. So they are all Kunapa, they are Himsa make model. They are all very great people. ಸೊ ರಾವಣ ಚಿತ್ರ ರಾವಣ ಬಾಧ ಚಿತ್ರ ಹಿಂಸಾ ಅಂತ ಸಾಮೆತೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ರಾವಣನು ಹೆಂಗೆಂದರೆ ಅದು ಹಿಂಸೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಚಿತ್ರಹಿಂಸೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಈವನ್ ಬಾಣಾಸುರ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅರುಣಾಸುರ. ಸೊ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಏನಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ದಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಋತಂ ತಪಃ ಸತ್ಯಂ ತಪಃ ದಾನಂ ತಪೋ ಅಂತ. ದಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ತಪಸ್ಸು. ಆ ತಪಸ್ಸನ್ನು ದಿಂದ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಲಿಚಕ್ರವರ್ತಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗುರುಗಳ ಶುಕ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಅಡ್ಡ ಬಂದು ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಹಾನಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಗುರುಗಳು ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ದಿ ಶಿಷ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ವಿರಿಲೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗುರು ಡೂ ಇಟ್? ಸರ್ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಸಾರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಹತ್ರ. ಏನಂದು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅವನು? ಸೊ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೊಡು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆ ರೋಜ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಡೇಸ್ they used to demand character and conduct certificate from the school if they go to different school. ಈ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಾಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ nobody will admit. And again, if you want to change the university, we used to have got migration certificate on that. So if you are changing from one university to the other university, the previous university would give you degree, must give migration certificate. So ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ. When I changed 3 universities, when I had to look for the migration certificates. Of course, they used to, whenever we request, they used to send a migration. So ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿ ಕೂಡ when occasion arises, she has to mend herself and see that she should become positive and negative forces. ಸೊ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ನು ಕೌ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಗ್ತ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಡೌನ್. ಫಾರ್ ಅನದರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಮಾಯಣ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಶುಡ್ ವಿಶ್ವಾಮಿತ್ರ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ, by himself a great powerful warrior, a maharaja, a brahmarshi, and who knows all astras, shastras and all that, why should you come to Dasharatha Maharaja, beg him to send his 2 boys, or just even teens only, probably Rama Lakshmanas, with him to the forest to protect his yagna, which is being disturbed by the Sataki, Maricha. When he is doing yagna, in the yagna they used to throw flesh, blood, etc. and see that the yagna vighna was taking place. It is a pleasure for them, but it is a nuisance to the Rishi and also the gods there. Therefore, he took the Rama Lakshmanas and give them the training, blessed them very much, got them married. Why all these things? So this is how the Paramatma will make all people to work like that. So with this introduction, I come to read the 19th sloka. Yagnavarahamatulam rupam ya bibhrato harehe shaktihi sapyayau tatra varahim bibhrati tanum narasimhi नृसिंहस्य बिभ्रति सदृशं वपुः प्राप्ता तत्र सटाक्षेपाक्षिप्तनक्षत्रसंहतिः वज्रहस्ता तथैवेन्द्री गजराजोपरिस्थिता प्राप्ता सहस्रनयना यथा शक्रः तथैव सा ततः परिवृतास्ताभिः ईशानो देवशक्तिभिः हन्यन्ताम् असुराः शीघ्रं मम प्रीत्याः चण्डिकाम् ततो देवी शरीरात्तु विनिष्क्रान्तातिभीषणा चण्डिका शक्तिरत्युग्रा शिवा शतनिनादिनी. Babai, you look at this emanations. And Narasimha, Yagnavaraha Swami, Narasimha Swami, Indra, and Shakra, and all Deva Shaktis have come out. They shouted, the Adishakti Swarupani Chandi finally ordered that you take the help of all of these people and try to hanyatam asuraha sigram. So don't delay killing the negativities. ಕಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಳ್ಳು ಚುಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ತೀನಿ ತೆಗಿತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಮುಳ್ಳು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ದಿ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಎ ಮುಳ್ಳು ರನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಫುಟ್, immediately you should sit down and remove it. You neglect it, it becomes a monster for you. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾಳಿಲ್ಲಿ, ಶೀಘ್ರಂ ಅಸುರಾಹ ಹನ್ಯಂತಾಂ. When you are confronting negative and problematic situations, no more delay be given or postponement be given. Everybody has got an example, I know, and how negativity is forceful, how positivity is slow. Supposing ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಬೇರೆ and urgent ಆಗಿ emergency. I was told one of our own grandchildren, they are taking the ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮೊ. ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಂಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಡೇಂಜರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್, there should be judicious understanding and right prescription. But for that they can postpone. It will be expensive. As you know, sometimes very expensive. Suddenly for my co-brother at 1 o'clock, the Manipal hospital people telephoned. So we want to give him an injection. He was in ICU and it cost more than 1 lakh. Please come and deposit 1 lakh. We administered the injection. So that poor fellow, he went at 2 o'clock in the night, 1:30, 2 o'clock immediately and deposited the money. What they have done, we don't know. But this is all the emergency situations. So a Rakshasa is an emergency. He should not be allowed because he will do more devastation very quickly. Rakshasaha kutayodhinaha Kshipran with Kshiprahastaha Rakshasaha. So in Ramayana, in Yuddhakanda, Valmiki Maharshi describes how are the Rakshasas. In Mahabharata, Duryodhana side people are all Manava Rupa Rakshasas. But still, we have the intervention of a Ghatotkacha who is Rakshasa. And so you can, when we look at it, the Rakshasas will cause a lot of, even Ramayana, Kumbhakarna was walking. So many Vanaras were crumbled, crushed down, squeezed, crushed down, and they were all flat in no time as he was approaching. So he was advised. So Rama told, don't allow him to walk in the war ground. Immediately you see that his legs are cut off. So like that, you observe here that hanyatam tataha parivrutastabi ishano devashaktibihi ishana devashaktibihi hanyatam asuraha sigram. And now Yagnavaraha Swami ಯಾವ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಹರೇ ಯಜ್ಞವರಾಹಂ. ಹರಿ Vishnu has come out, we know the story of Yagnavaraha Swami, and he is called Varaha Avataram, but the attribute given to that Varaha is called Yagnavaraha. That's why when we make Varahi Puja, Varahi Navaratrigalu ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, Syamalamба Navaratrigalu ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, before Devi Navaratris. So in a year, we have 3 Navaratris. ಆ 3 ನವರಾತ್ರೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವಿ ನವರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ discourses on Devi in different forums. But there is singular focused discourses on Syamala Devi, focused discussion on Varahi Devi. So Varahi is Vaishnavi, and this Syamalamba is Parvati. So ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು. So in Lalita Sahasranamam, you will just get a glimpse of the power of that these 2 goddesses have exhibited, and there are war goddesses apart from many other features in them. And again we have got Bagalamukhi and other forms are there. But Devi, so Yagnavaraha Swarupamlo, she came out. Varahim tanum bibhratim tatra. So Varahi tanum, that is, she came out, she is the commander-in-chief to Lalita Parameswari. She Varahi Vikramanandita yai namo namaha, Vishankavadatushita yai namaha, Vishukrapranaharana Varahi Viryanandita yai namaha. Why I am connecting to the Lalita Sahasranamam, Saundarya Lahari and Durga Saptasati, because these are all the 3 important Prasthanatrayam of Sri Vidya Upasana. So in Lalita Sahasranamam, first chapter, Hayagriva gives a promise. At the same time, in 3rd chapter, nobody reads the 1st and 3rd chapter of Lalita Sahasranamam, and therefore people are ignorant. What is Lalita Sahasranamam and what does it do for us? And benefits are there listed. Kamesha Baddhamangalya Sutra Sobhita Kandhara Yai Namaha. When you say that, Fridays I am doing the job, when you just keep on doing it as a japa mantram, then you get the vavaham, you get the attachment, you get rid of so many singular problems. You become support, you get the support. See, support barbeku andre, you keep on. Always, nobody can be individualistic. Even in the Veda also it is acknowledged. See, to get rid of our sins, there are so many gods who are working. And in Agamarshan Suktam, for example, it is said that Om Namo Agnaye. So Agni, Indra, Vayu, Yurallar, Varuna, and all these gods, Namo Agnaye, Apsumate, Nama Indraya, Varunaya Namo, Indra, Varuna, all these people are together work to remove all sorts of sin that we have acquired. Sin alli kuda divisions ide, heights ide, depth ide, width ide, but ಈ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, అమ్మవారిని తలుచుకుంటే పాపాలు పోతున్నాయి. వీ హ్యావ్ గాట్ సీక్రెట్ సిన్స్, పబ్లిక్ సిన్స్, సోషల్ సిన్స్, సెల్ఫ్ సిన్స్, ఆత్మహనోజనాః. సో we are harming our own selves, we defeat ourselves. That's why in Mahanarayana Upanishad we have got sins committed towards the men, towards God, towards Pitrus. So all these section ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ you get amazed that even sin is a big subject and is to be very well microscopically seen by the Paramatma. See that you are washed of all the sins. Gange, so for example, Gange Papa Vinasini anta. So dip in Ganga, she takes all kinds of sins and you become Punita. But Ganga Snana Madhimale, Ganga Gangede Yo Bruyat, Ganga Nama Sadashakti Snanakale Smared Gangam Papanasanam. Hinge Illi Ammavaru, she came Bibhrati Varahim Tanum. So even the animal force, is important to put out the Rakshasa force. That's exactly what that begins from Ramayana. See, Ramayana is a wonderful kavya and wonderful religious Parayana Grantha because the Vanaras are there. Even among the Vanaras, we have got different varieties also. So, for example, Jambavan, that category is different. So, but he is the one of the greatest intelligent, powerful soldier, I should say. Even at the age of 90, he tells Hanuman, I'm able to jump 80 yojanas and jump back because I'm 90 years old. And you are young boy, 100 yojanas is jujube for you. Come on, get up, jump. At the cost, at the inspiration given by Jambavan, Hanuman became. After reaching Lanka, Hanuman felt, this is just nothing. I can go even more, because Vayuputra. So this is the spirit that has been introduced when all these Shakti Devatas like Narasimhi, and now let us look at the Narasimha Swami. See, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrusimham Bhishanam. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಭಯಂಕರವಾದದ್ದು. ಆ ಯಾರು ನರಸಿಂಹ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಪಸ್ಮಾರಘಾತಿನೇ ನೃಸಿಂಹಾಯತೇ ನಮಃ ಅಂತ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಪಸ್ಮಾರಘಾತ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್. ಹೀ ನೋಸ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ದೇ ಡೂ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್. ಸೊ ಅಪಸ್ಮಾರ ಇಂಥದ ಮಹಾ ಪಾಪಗಳನ್ನು ದೋಷಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡೋದು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನಾರಸಿಂಹಿ ಅದು ಯಾರಂದರೆ ನೃಸಿಂಹಸ್ಯ ವಪುಹು ಬಿಭ್ರತಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೃಸಿಂಹಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಹೂ ಕೇಮ್ ಔಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಸದೃಶಂ ವಪುಹು, ದಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್. ಸದೃಶ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇಕ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್. ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ 7 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಗಾಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಬಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 7 ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ same features or something like that. Twins, we know it. So sadrusham vapuhu bibhrati varahim tanum bibhrati. You observe the words tanu, vapu and ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ಪರ್ಯಾಯ ಶಬ್ದಗಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ತನುಂ ವಾರಾಹಿ ಬಿಭ್ರತಿ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸಾ ಆಪ್ಯಾಯಯೌ. ಸಿ ಸಾಪ್ಯಾಯಯೌ ಸಾಪಿ ಆಯಯೌ. You observe the verb ayayo means she simply pushed herself into the war, and in order to stay there until the end is being reached at. And when in case of the Narasimhi Shakti taking similar swarupam just like that of the Narasimha Swami, because Narasimha is Vajranakhaya Namaha, Vajradamstraya Namaha, Vajrine Namaha. See, Vajra means nobody can say that, because Hiranyakashipu Samhara Madabeku andre is Mahasura. Actually, Varahi is the first avataram to finish off the first Rakshasa, Hiranyaksha, Varaha avataram. And again the same Hari has to take Narasimha avataram, the 4th avataram. I am just planning to have as a workshop for the forthcoming annual day of Adhyayana Kendra, 32nd, something regarding all these things, so that you can understand what is the work done by Hari. He cannot directly come and do work or any help to anybody. Paroksha priyaya vahi devaha atmannatmannitya mantrayata. So paroksha ಜ್ಞಾನ, ಅಪರೋಕ್ಷ ಜ್ಞಾನ, ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಅಂತ ವೇದಾಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪರೋಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಿಯಾ ದೇವಾಹ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎನ್ ಜೆ ಶೆಂಡೆ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್, ಪ್ರಭಾಕರ್, ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ವೈ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪರೋಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಿಯಾ. ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಚಂದ್ರ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಾಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷಾಸ್. But we don't care them at all. And but in countries where sun is a rare commodity, moon is a rare commodity, when sun comes, it's a celebration, it's a festival. But in our Bharat, the sun is everyday present. He will wake up everybody. But anyway, so here, Tanum Varahim Bibhrati, and also you know that Prapta Tatra Narasim ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂದಿರೋದಂದ್ರೆ ತತ್ರ ಸಟ ಆಕ್ಷೇಪ ಕ್ಷಿಪ್ತ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ ಸಂಹತಿ. ಸಿ ಸಟ ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಜೂಲು, ದ ಹೇರ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲಯನ್. ಲಯನ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋ ಜೂಲನ್ನು ಸಟಾಕ್ಷೇಪ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಶೇಕ್. ವೆನ್ ದ ಲಯನ್ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ its head, imagine, Satakshepa. In fact, there is one beautiful lyrical poem called Kavukaumadi. I should introduce it to you. Sometime I have to teach that also in our Veda Adhyayana Kendra series. Kavikaumadi and the moonlight, the poet's moonlight anta. It contains 100 slokas, something like that, written by Narasimha Sarma anta, Narasimha Shastri, who was about 18th century or so, and he picked up my professor, Dr. Krishnamurthy, picked up that manuscript in Oriental Institute, Mysore, and he was just attracted when he studied those manuscript. He transcribed, translated, published it from Karnataka University, Dharwad. So many people don't know, but Kavikaumadi Pustaka, I don't know that it is available in digital. That poet is the strong devotee of Narasimha Swami. So, what is it? He has written a Nandi Sloka. How does Narasimha Swami look when he were to laugh? So, the laughter of Mahatahasa of Narasimha protect me. So, Narasimha Swami navite etla untundi. When he smiles, when he makes a attahasa, and damstra rochihi, and that julu, kallu, etc. And chustunte, you feel really satakshepa kshipta nakshatra samhati. Nakshatra samhati and the stars. So that Narasimhi comes out with her head shaken, and giving a terrific fear to all the Shatru Sainyam, and even the stars also. Nakshatra Samhati. Samhati means collectivity, Samuham. So how many stars are there? Don't know. If you say a number, it's only guess. Wrong. So ಸಂಕ್ಷಿಪ್ತ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ ಸಂಹತಿ ತತ್ರ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ. ఇక్కడ అమ్మవారు ನರಸಿಂಹಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಾರಸಿಂಹಿ ದೇವಿ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ? ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ, ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಈ ನಾರಸಿಂಹಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಅಗ್ನವರಾಹ ಶಾರೀಯ ಅಗ್ನವರಾಹ ರೂಪಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ವಾರಾಹಿ ದೇವಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. And now you come to the third one, because we can spend 1 hour or 2 hours or on these slokas itself, but we are pressed by time. We are going on like that. But you should understand, though it is a Purana text, because they say that Muni Pranitani Puranani Stotrani na Kavyasya Udaharanani anta alankarikali ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿ ಕಾವ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗಳಲ್ಲ. ಪುರಾಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಕಾವ್ಯ and other things are not. So stotras, for example, see, stotras are not kavyas. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾವ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳಿದೆ. ಕಾವ್ಯ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ, ಕಾವ್ಯಾದರ್ಶ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲಂಕಾರ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ, ಭಾಮಹ, ದಂಡಿನ್, all these great alankarikas are there. So ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಂದರೆ when once we read a sloka, your imagination goes very far, and connectivity also will be interesting. And then you see that Markandeya Maharshi, a Chiranjeevi, was one first who saw Hari after the Pralayam, and in pitch darkness, that Hari was coming floating as a baby in a Vataputra, and the entire area became electrified because The Hari is light himself, floodlight. Therefore, when Markandeya Maharshi looked at Hari at the Pralayam, first appearance, he said, Padaravindam, Mukharavinde, Vinivesayantam, Vatasya Patrasya Putesayanam, Balam Mukundam Manasasmarami. So, Mukunda is a Bala, Bala Mukunda. So, ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ನಾರಸಿಂಹಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್, ನೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಲ್ಯಾಗ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಶಿ ಅಪಿಯರ್. ನರಸಿಂಹಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ವೆನ್ ಹಿರಣ್ಯಕಶಿಪು ಹಿಟ್ ದ ಪಿಲ್ಲರ್, there was terrible sound. Sound first, Rupam next. That's everybody's experience. So depending upon the sound, people are able to decide what is that sound like. That's why ultrasonic studies are there. The sonometer, first of all, we did in physics, but all medical doctors, they are depending upon the sounds that the internal organs make when they are exposed to the medical machines, that is medical electronics. So in fact, there are engineers who have taken degrees in medical electronics, first introduced in Bengaluru Engineering College long back. One of our own students have taken, she came and asked me, sir, medical electronics introduce ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Go, if you like it, try. Now she's really well. Anyway, so ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ ತಾಯಿ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಜ್ರಹಸ್ತ ತಥಾ ಏವ ಐಂದ್ರೀ ಗಜರಾಜ ಉಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತ. ಐರಾವತದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಐಂದ್ರಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇಂದ್ರಾಣಿ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು ఎలా వచ్చింది? ವಜ್ರಹಸ್ತ, ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಜ್ರಾಯುಧವನ್ನು ಧರಿಸಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಈ ನರಸಿಂಹಸ್ವಾಮಿಗೆ ಆಯುಧ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ? ವಜ್ರನಖಾಯ ನಮಃ, ವಜ್ರಾಯುಧಾಯ ನಮಃ. ನರಸಿಂಹಸ್ವಾಮಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅಸ್ತ್ರಗಳು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸಿ ಎನಿ ಅಸ್ತ್ರಾಸ್. ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹಿಸ್ ನೈಲ್ಸ್. ವಜ್ರನಖಾಯ ನಮಃ, ವಜ್ರದಂಷ್ಟ್ರಾಯ ನಮಃ. ವಜ್ರ. ಸೊ ದಂಷ್ಟ್ರ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಖ ಲೈಕ್ ವಾನರಾಸ್. ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ ರಾವಣ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್ in Ramayanam to Kumbhakarna, to Indrajit and other people, you should read Yuddhakanda. In fact, I remember I have given talk on Yuddhakanda in some place in opposite Sankaramatham. So ಯುದ್ಧಕಾಂಡದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆ ರಾವಣಾಸುರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಪ್ಪ ಈ ವಾನರಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬಂದು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಎಷ್ಟಂದರೆ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಉಗುರುಗಳು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಸ್ವರೂಪಮ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ವಾನರಾಸ್. ದೆ ಟೇರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ದೆ ಬೈಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆ ಸ್ಲೇ ಆನ್ ಅಂತ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ವಾನರಗಳು, ಆ ವಾನರಾಸ್ ಡೂ ವಾರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ರಾವಣಾಸುರ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಲಿ. ಹಿ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ, ಸೊ ಹರಿಶಕ್ತಿ ಶಿ ಟೇಕನ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಂದ್ರ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯ among the gods. So Indra, Kshatriya, and he has been blessed with Vajra Ayudha, the top of all Ayudhas. And Vajra Ayudha is taken to be Swadhiti ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಸರ್, ಶವರ್ ಶೇವಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರೇಸರ್ನ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ದಿಸೆ ದಟ್ ಸ್ವದಿತಿ ತೇ ಪಿತಾ ಅಂತ ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ರೇಸರ್. ಆ ರೇಸರ್ಗೆ ಕಪ್ಪರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಏನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ ನೀನು ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಸ್ವಧಿತಿ, ಆ ಇಂದ್ರನ ವಜ್ರಾಯದಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದ ಹೇರ್ ಗ್ರೋನ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ಲಿ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಛೇದನ, ಸೊ ದಿ ಛೇದನ ಈಸ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೇಸರ್. ಸೊ ದೀಕ್ಷಾ ತಗೋವಾಗ ಈ ಯಜ್ಞದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಮ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ದೀಕ್ಷಾ ಕೊಡೋ ಮುಂಚೆ ತರಹದ ಶೇವಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಯಜಮಾನ. ಆ before the person, the barber, puts his uh, razor on the king, he will first make prayer to the razor. That's Yajurveda. ಸೊ ಶೋಧಿತಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಜ್ರಹಸ್ತ ಐಂದ್ರಿ. ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಜ್ರಹಸ್ತ್ರ ಐಂದ್ರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ ಆಯೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ ಆಲ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಬೈ ದಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ ಸಿಂಹಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ Indra. So he cannot come walking to the ground, war ground. He has to come on Airavatam. In fact, for the Gajasainya, somewhere I read, Gajasainya, the training is given to all the elephants to be as powerful and skillful in the war to fight like that of the Airavatam. ಸೊ ಐರಾವತದ ಮಾಡೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಗಜಸೈನ್ಯವನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So, yeah, I think in Viduranita or somewhere I forgot. But anyway, what is the comparison or maximum training to be given like? So, like the training given and the power of the Airavatam, such was the power of training and all that given to the horses and also the elephants that are taken for the war to fight. So, it means even the war is in the war, not only the soldiers fight, also the animals. Animal to animal, man to man, and ayudha to ayudha. So the war itself is a wonderful entertainment. How each, for example, in the Durga Saptasati itself, you note that the lion is as much active as Ammavaru. Because Ammavaru is not sitting on the lion. She allows the lion to be away and she stands alone and she will work with in the war, while the lion takes role of fighting, showing the similar spirit and finish off the remaining fellows after that Dhumrasura was killed. So Dhumrasura ಸೈನ್ಯಾಧಿಪತಿ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಲಯನ್ ಹೋಗಿ ತುಂಬ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಥೈವ ಇಂದ್ರಿ ಗಜರಾಜ ಉಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ. ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್. ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಆಯಯೋ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? ಶಕ್ರಃ ಸಹಸ್ರನಯನ ಯಥಾ ಶಕ್ರಃ. ಸೊ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು ಐಂದ್ರಿ ದೇವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ 1000 eyes because the chakra is, that is Indra, is having sahasranayana. And that is the curse given by Gautama Maharshi for Indra in Ramayana because of his voluptuous nature disturbing the Ahalya Devi. Anyway, this is what physically we are seeing, but other interpretations are there apart. But Gautama Maharshi was angry looking at the Indra's behavior. He cursed him to be having 1000 holes in his body. ಇಂದ್ರನಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಷ್ಟ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ದೇವರು ಅಂತ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಕಷ್ಟ ನಾವು ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್. ಬಟ್ ದೇವರು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂದ್ರನು, he is said to be Sahasranayana, 1000 pores in his body. So I think I can keep on going, but time is there. So we'll continue next week. How this Aindri Devi, Aindrani, Aindri, Narasimhi, Varahi, Brahmani, Vaishnavi, ಈ ದೇವತೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಆ ಶುಂಭಾಸುರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫೆಸ್ಟಿವಲ್, fete, where you see wonderful fighting and all Ammavarlu come out and all Rakshasas come out, 50 kulas, you understand. So ಅದೇ ಈ 50 kulas ಎಷ್ಟು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, you can imagine at that time. But all that kind of trouble is being silenced because of the Sumbhani Sumbha Rakshasas, and then there was an absolute peace in the world. So thereby, Shatru Samhara, Raksha Samhara is a feature that is negative. On the other hand, as long as you Get rid of this negativity in you, you cannot be safe. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಕಲ್ಮಶ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಕಲ್ಮಶ ನಾಶನಿ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿ. ಋಷಯ ಧೂತ ಕಲ್ಮಷಾಹ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಋಷೀಸ್ ಈಸ್ all rishis have got driven away their kalmasha, contamination, and all that. Therefore, they are pure people. And even Agastya Maharshi is also one. Aga andre papa, ತ್ಯ ಅಂದರೆ ತ್ಯಾಗ. ಸೊ ಪಾಪವನ್ನು ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡೋರು ಏನಿದಾರನಪ್ಪ, ಲಂಚ ತೊಗೊತಾರೆ, ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಹ್ಞೂ ಕೊಡು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಆ ಆ ಟೆಂಪರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಜನರಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಅಂತ ಶಿಸ್ತು ನಮಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಡ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಓಂ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ. ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಯವರೇ ಆರ್ ಎನಿಬಡಿ?
ಓಂ ಸಹನಾವವತು ಸಹನೌ ಭುನಕ್ತು ಸಹ ವೀರ್ಯಂಕರವಾವಹೈ ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಾವಧೀತಮಸ್ತು ಮಾ ವಿದ್ವಿಷಾವಹೈ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ. ಓಂ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ. ಓಂ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಸಿದ್ಧಿರಸ್ತು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Any comment? Any question? Nothing. Thank you.